Okay, so the learning target says that I can write the inverse, converse, and contrapositives of conditionals. So by the end of the class period, that's what you should be able to do. Are we ready? Please, for the love of all things good and holy, let's be ready. Open up conditional statement. Alright, so they can be... Open up your notebook. Alright, they can be written in if-then form. So you guys remember that activity that we did where it said, if you have a square, then draw this. If you have a triangle, then draw this. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I just need you to go to the foldable. Just go to the foldable. Now open conditional. Please put your phone away. Away. Not face down in your lap. Away. Alright, they can be true or, what's the other option? Look at us go. Take a point, children. Do we have number strips out there?
So we get some more.
No, that's not how it works. So, the conditional that they gave us says what?
If it is raining, then the ground is wet.
If it is raining, then the ground is wet. Is that a true statement or a false statement? That is a true statement. Fantastic. Unless we're in the desert, and we're not in the desert, and that's a whole different thing.
The ground can be okay.
Just stop. Just there's stop. Stop. Hufflepuff needs one, and Darmstrang needs one back there. All right, here we go. So a conditional has two parts. It has the hypothesis. No, pumpkin. And the conclusion. All right, what is the hypothesis? You guys have taken science for like 25 years now. It is an educated guess. So it's the statement, right? It's the beginning. And what is the conclusion? The ending, the answer, the result. So this is P and this is Q. So you can use truth tables to make these. Do I need to zoom in some more? I'm sorry, I don't know what word that was. I hope it was a yes. Okay. Is that good? Do I need to go more?
Yes, more.
No. Okay, so when you write the hypothesis and conclusion, if and then are not included. So when you write this, if and then are not included. So what is the hypothesis of our conditional? The example that they gave us. What's the hypothesis? The example that they gave us. If it is raining, then the ground is wet. What is the hypothesis? It is raining. The hypothesis is the beginning. It is raining. Okay? So what's the conclusion? The ground is wet. Fantastic. That's all you have to do. You look at the if-then statement, you tell me the parts. Are we ready? Stop. Is that better, Tyler? Okay. Are you ready to go to negation? Okay, what does the word negation mean? The opposite. Take a point if you said opposite. So, a negation is the opposite of the original statement. So, it is raining. What would be the negation of it is raining? Look at you guys go. Take a point, tater tots.
I'm not a tater.
I do not care. It is not raining. Is that a true or false statement right now? Wow. It should not. Wow. I'm just.
Yeah, we can't see through that window. It's closed. Oh, never mind.
It's sunny outside, though.
It's not raining, so that's true. It's not raining, it's true. Okay, are we ready for the converse?
Yeah.
The converse is very easy. All you do is reverse the hypothesis and the conclusion. So converse flips it around. Let's open this up. The converse is formed by reversing the hypothesis and the conclusion. So let's start with our original statement. If it is raining, then the ground is wet. So we said it is raining is our hypothesis. The ground is wet is our conclusion. We need the converse. How would we flip it around?
If the ground is wet, it's raining.
Yes, take a point. If the ground is wet, then it is raining. Is that always a true statement?
No.
Give me a counterexample.
Washing your car.
Yep, washing the car if you just water your lawn. Like some people do that, and I think that's weird, but whatever. I don't have a fancy yard, so I don't worry about watering my lawn. What about in the morning when there's dew outside? Is the ground wet then?
Yeah.
Is it necessarily raining?
No.
Fantastic. So the stop it. All right, are we ready for the inverse?
Yeah.
All right, so a conditional is an if-then statement. A negation is the opposite. The converse flips it around, yeah. So what do you think the inverse is? Both of them together? Both of what together? Kind of. So the inverse is formed by adding not to the hypothesis and the conclusion. So it's just taking these two things and putting not in there. You don't flip it around. You leave it the same. So converse flips, inverse adds not. So you have to add not to both of these. To both of these. Both of these, both of these, both of these. Does everybody understand? So what would be the inverse of this conditional?
If it is not raining and the ground is not wet.
Yes, all of that muttering. Take a point. So if it is not raining, okay, then what? Yes. Good job. Take a point. Then the ground is not wet. I need to zoom out a little bit. Yes. No. But I think you have done it before. Not in here? We did the function notation where we wrote out stuff, but not this. Okay, are we ready? What's a conditional? It's if-then statement can be true or false. Good, both of you take a point. What is the negation? Good, take a point. What's the converse? Reverses. What's the inverse? Adding not. To both of them. Yes, good, take a point. Now, the contrapositive is putting it all together. So the contrapositive is formed by reversing the hypothesis and conclusion. Oops, I'm sorry. Reversing the hypothesis and conclusion. And adding not. All right, so what would the contrapositive of our conditional be? One person raise their hand and tell me. All right, Grace?
If the ground is not wet, then
Good. If, take a point, the ground is not wet, then it is not raining. Is that a true statement? If the ground isn't wet, then it's not raining. The ground can't be dry and it'd be raining, y'all. Just in case you didn't know that. Just a fun fact. These have a special name. These three. Do I need to leave this open for a second, or are we ready? See, it's not that fun. I'm trying to make it as fun as possible with a fun foldable, but, you know. Can you stop that? You're stressing me. Stop leaning back like that. I see you out of the corner of my eye and it's stressing me. Stop it. Okay, so these three are called related conditionals. Related conditionals. And I want you to know that word just in case I ever ask you. So the converse, inverse, and contrapositive are called related conditionals. Because you can't have the one without the other. Bum-ba-da-dum, already. Alright, the last part of our foldable is called equivalent statements. What do you think that means?
Equal statement.
Which means they are the same truth value. Fantastic. Take a point, Tater Tot. So then you open this foldable up. Let's start with outside flappy. It says equivalent statements are two statements that have the same truth value. This means they are both true or they are both false. Take a point. Pardon? Well, I'm really hoping that the weekly points help your grade, but, you know. Right, you're not the only person in here. Oh, really? Alright, the original conditional statement and the contrapositive. No one's talking to you. Are equivalent statements, which means they have the same truth value. Dun-dun-dun. The converse and equivalent, the converse and potatoes. I just said it. The converse and inverse are equivalent statements. Or just equivalent, because we don't have a lot of room to write there. Are ready to do some examples? Can we get ready?
Sure.
Can we act like I'm not torturing your soul?
No.
Please. You torture my soul. You were talking to me. You were talking to me. Alright, so let's go to 12D. Let's look at example 1. And can we try to look super excited? Can you fake it until 3:02, like pretend?
Yeah, really. Can I make you
Fake it until 2:55.
Okay.
2:55. 2:55.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you. Alright, so that's not how it works. I'm shooting for 2 for this. Let's do it this way. If the group with the most points at the end of class starts with 5 at tomorrow. Did I explain that right? Did I? Because my words are just.
I'm sorry, Sherry. I need 2 points.
What? Okay, so let's start with example 1. It says identify the hypothesis and the conclusion. So the hypothesis is he, and the conclusion is take a point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's look at these conditionals. They're in the top drawer of your tower. It's binder clipped with geometry. Alright, so this says if a polygon has 6 sides, then it is a hexagon. So which one is the hypothesis? Alright, so remember, hypothesis, we don't say if. So a polygon has 6 sides is our hypothesis. What is our conclusion? It is a hexagon. There are 2 of them, Pumpkin.
Oh.
There are 2. No, baby, that's the...
No, wait, what's the other one?
It says example 1. You see how the one you have says example 4?
Oh.
Look at you go, Pumpkin. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Does anybody have any questions so far?
No.
Okay, tell me. Let's read the next one together. Tamika will advance to the next level of play if she completes the maze in her computer game. So who thinks they know what the hypothesis is? No, you've already answered. Ari. Nope. Mazzaro. Do we say if when we state the hypothesis? So tell me what it is again. We don't say if or then. Just tell me what the hypothesis is. Yes. She completes... Aw, potatoes. So, she completes the maze in her computer game. That's how she gets to the next level, right? So, she completes the maze, their hypothesis. Take a point, Mazzaro. And what is the conclusion? Vanessa?
We'll advance to the next one.
Yes. We'll advance to the next level is our conclusion. Alright, can you do C without me? Oh, take a point. Sorry. Do C without me. Look at now. Why now?
Oh, I know.
Hey, who thinks they can tell me the hypothesis? Aubrey,
You are a baby.
take a point. And who thinks they can tell me the conclusion? Let's let somebody at Ravenclaw answer. You're not Ravenclaw? Your name is just Raven. But somebody at Ravenclaw tell me the conclusion. Tell me, somebody at Ravenclaw, I don't care who. You will cry. Take a point. If you were a baby, then you will cry? It probably is. And it is probably something that's super famous and that all of y'all like because we don't like songs with substance. We like stupid songs that have hooks.
There goes my baby.
Oh my God. Alright, so let's look at example 2. What?
No.
Let's look at example 2. Identify the hypothesis and the conclusion, then write it in if-then form. So let's look at the first one together. Measured distance is positive. So I'm going to say that measured distance is my hypothesis. Do y'all agree or disagree?
Agree.
And positive is my conclusion. Now, we need to write that in if-then form. So I'm going to say, if distance is measured, then it is positive. Do you agree or disagree with how I wrote that? And do you think that is a true statement? Distance is always positive, Pumpkin. Okay. You can go back, but you can't go negative. Right. Do B without me.
Okay, good.
We are not friends. Because you're not doing problem B. I don't know what you just said. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. If a polygon has 8 sides, then it is an octagon. Do we agree or disagree?
Agree.
Is that true or false? Fantastic. Do see without me. Let's go. We got 5 more minutes of enthusiasm. I need 5 more minutes out of you.
I'm so happy.
So happy to go home.
Miss Asher.
I'm so happy you came to see me too, baby.
So happy to make this mixtape.
Write it on the side. Get creative, pumpkin.
How would okay.
Bye. Ready? 10-9, 8-7-6, 5-4-3-2. Tyler, tell me your conditional. No. Tyler was talking and not writing, so Tyler gets to tell me his conditional. Come on, you can do it. It's the same on your paper as it is on mine. So that way you don't have to squint to look up there. Just trying to save your eyeballs.
You only get 2.
Unless they put a glass eye in there. My uncle has a glass eye. All right, Aubrey, can you help us?
If an angle that measures 45 degrees, then it's
Fantastic. Take a point. If an angle measures 45 degrees, then it is an acute angle. Do we agree or disagree with that statement?
Agree.
Is that true?
Yes, there's 90 degrees in there.
That's true.
And then 90
Is it true or false? It is true.
My hand is on me. Can I punch your back?
No. Example 3. All right, 3 more minutes. We can do this. Come on.
Yeah! Woo!
Whoa. Determine the truth value of the conditional. If true, explain your reasoning. If false, give a counterexample. So if last month was February, then this month is March. Is that true or false?
True.
Why?
March comes after February.
True, because March comes after February. All right, what about B? If yesterday was Tuesday, then today is Monday. False.
Yeah.
False.
False.
Are we sure?
Yes, sir.
Because somebody said true, and
Yes,
you're,
it was Tuesday. Today is Monday.
so that is
True.
Sorry.
false.
I'm sticking with Christian. We're going with
That's false. If yesterday was Tuesday, then today is.
Monday.
Wednesday.
Girl, y'all about to lose a point.
Oh my gosh. Stop.
Lose them.
Today would be, if yesterday was Tuesday, today would be what? Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to tell you what your homework is. I'm going to give you your logic assignment, and we're going to talk about our schedule for this week. Is everybody ready? Homework is on page 12C. It is example 4. Now, if you notice, there's a little chart up here that gives you an example of all the things, as well as the other examples. And Tyler, boy, it will stay on my desk. Example 4 is your homework. Okay? Example 4 is your homework.